Hello YouTube friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're brand new to my channel and this is your first time stopping by. I'm Beth and this is my YouTube channel, Red Cross Stitcher. It's a pleasure to get to spend some time with you all today. Thank you so much for stopping by, seeing what I have to offer. I appreciate that so much. Today is Friday, November the 3rd, 2023. I've got a lot to show you. I've got cross stitch, quilting, some sewing, a little bit of everything. I don't have any crochet today to show you, but go ahead and pull up a chair here in my studio and let's get started. So first and foremost, we've been doing some traveling. So I haven't got to stitch near as much as I have wanted to. We did end up going and spending about a week in Raleigh, North Carolina here. We went to the state fair and got to see all the animals, all the needlework that was submitted, the food preservation, the baking, the quilting, all of that. Gorgeous to get to go see that and just walk around and of course eat fair food. I had a corn dog. It's just stuff that I normally don't eat, but that was fun, and a funnel cake, and I think I even had a couple of fried Oreos, which were pretty awesome. But we did have a good time and enjoyed ourselves. We took our camper and stayed at the state park in Jordan Lake, so that was very fun. We're also getting ready to leave this weekend and head to the beach. I want to get a jump start on Christmas shopping, so I thought we'd go ahead and do that this week. But today I want to show you some prior finishes that I've done. Christmas, we're going to focus on Christmas with some Christmas ornaments. And I do have the quilt behind me. We'll talk more about that for those of you who have been here on my channel. That's one that I showed. I believe it was in my first Flosstube. But I did want to pull it back out just because it's Christmas. I don't have all my Christmas decorations down. I know some of you all have already decorated and have your tree up. I am getting ready to do mine next week, mainly because my husband is getting ready to have surgery. So say a prayer for Alan next week. He's got to have a little bit of surgery done, so he's going to need to go ahead and get down all of my ornaments and decorations in the tree. So I'll probably start next week. So I'll show you a little more what I have from Christmas when I get that down in my next Flosstube. But first of all, thank you so much to everybody who has shouted me out. I appreciate that so much. It's just amazing. Heidi, the Potty Mouth Stitcher, Daylene, oh my gosh, she is precious. You all listen, every one of you, and if I have missed anyone, I don't intend that, but you all have been phenomenal. And I uploaded my very first tutorial last week, and the response and the support and the encouragement that you all gave me is just makes my heart just smile. It is amazing how much love I felt from you all. Thank you for that. I was nervous about filming that because I didn't know how the angle would be, how much you could see, how it would come across. But thank you so much. From the very bottom of my heart, I appreciate that warm welcome for that. I can't wait to do more. There will be more to come. So if you haven't seen my tutorial, go back and look at it. It's an easy project bag. I'll show later in the video here which one we made. So thank you again so much. I appreciate that. But let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to show you some of, like I said, some of the Christmas ornaments that I finished previously, and we'll just dive right on in. So pull that chair right up here in my studio and let's get started. I'm going to reach over here so you're going to see me looking over. Some of these I have finished into ornaments. Some of them I have finished that I'm just going to display in a tier tray, in a dough bowl, something of that nature. So you'll see that. A lot of these are going to be Lori Holt pattern. of being my bonnet. She did Vintage Christmas cross stitch chart, and I believe there were 12. I should have pulled my copy. I did not. But great. They're quick. They're all the same size. You can do it as all one piece, or what I chose to do was do them individually and then finish them into ornaments. I also have some fabric stars that I made, as well as little reindeer. I don't know how well they turned out as reindeer. May look like more like I don't know, elk or something, but I made them to also hang on my tree. I like more of a primitive look for my tree, so you'll see some of the stuff that I have. But let me show you the little fabric stars. Look how cute those are. I've used several different fabrics. Oh, I'm dropping them. Let me get my hanger out of the way. And just cut them up. I followed a YouTube, and it's been a while back, so I'm not sure even whose tutorial, but I made several of those, and they're just fun. They're just so fun to make, and you do use fabric glue for it to keep it together. But those were really, really fun. Now, you can sit down once you get going. You can just sit down and make them. But I had just a bin of cut up strips already, and just went to work on it and used the fabric glue that's permanent. It was not Eileen's that I used. I can't even remember the brand. It's been so long. But that was fun. Those are cute to put on the tree. And then I also, like I said, and these are made to be very primitive. These are my little reindeer. I just put a little nose on him, did a little blanket stitch around, and tied just a strip of fabric. I wanted it to fray. I wanted it to, again, be very rustic looking. But that's just made out of some felt. I don't even know where I got the pattern. Probably just Googled that to see where I could find something that I just traced and then cut out of my fabric, my flannel. Not flannel. Is that fleece? Felt. I'm sorry for the crinkle. I want to go ahead because I keep them in a bin. All right. This one I showed you in the previous. I just had it stored. This is a Teresa Kogut. It was in her Patreon, maybe April or May's Patreon, and I just turned it into a really cute pillow with some ruched ribbon. And then here are some ones that I've done. Again, these were Lori Holt, and that's how I finished the back. Vintage Christmas. I just put a little rick-rack in between the back and the front. A little bit of the greenery and the ribbon. That's one. Oh, this is a Stitching with the Housewives. I can still see some hot glue strings. And again, just use a ribbon, a little bit of greenery to do that. Larger rickrack on this one. And I'll just go through a few that I've done. Here's one stitching with the housewives as well. Oh, that's what I put on the back. Just a little rickrack around the edges. But and this one is just a little stocking. And I actually used the rickrack for the hanger. And I hot glued that on, so I used the foam core. This one used 3 pieces because I had the piece that I used for the cross stitch piece, the backing for that one, and then the actual back. So, and some, like here, I know I showed you that one. This one I just did a pillow, and there it is in the ornament, and just put some really cute fabric on the back. But these are just so cute to make. And you can add the rickrack and do whatever you want to. I made one for my grandchildren. I owe some. I don't have them all done, but I signed them on the back and dated them so they would have an ornament from G-Mom. That's what they call me. But I even took one of the little wooden trees from Hobby Lobby. That was last year's. And just put it on the tree, hot glued that on the tree. And I'll show you a few different ones before I put it back. I did date this one. I did that one in 2020. This is on the little gift tags, kind of the little wooden ones. And it fit that, I thought, really cute. Really, really almost made for it. So I enjoyed, that was already done. They were already painted too. And let's see, how else did I finish some? This was just like one of those door knob. I didn't finish it. I left it just as it was, and just put a few little picks on it. Again, this one is the Lori Holt. And gingerbread. Again, all the things. But then I had, and I should have planned this better, you all. I didn't. I won't show you every one of them, but I didn't pull the chart, and these are dusty too. I do know this is a Little House needlework that I did. But I cannot remember the name of it. I think I've already passed the pattern on too, or the chart. And this one was from It's So Emma pattern from Fat Quarter Shop that I did. I thought this was really cute. And it may have just been called Merry Christmas. but it is an It's So Emma. But just to go ahead and again, just, you know, showing you the ones just so you can think about getting started on yours. If you want it, these stitch up really quick because if I'm not mistaken, it's like 24 by 24 is the stitch count. But they stitch up very, very quickly. Let me go ahead and get these in here. And then to finish them, again, you can make them into the pillows, get the little gift tags if you want, or get you some of the foam core and a little bit of that greenery and finish you some ornaments. But they do make a difference on your tree. I think they really do. So let me get this out of the way. And then we can go ahead and show you what I've been working on. Okay, let me show you one finish that I've completely finished since last time. And I told you that I am doing the Country Cottage Needleworks Cottages of the Month. This one is the November. I only have one more remaining, which is December, and then I'll be done with the entire series. I finish it and I display it in the same frame. I just change it out every month. And I didn't bring the pattern either, but here is November's. So this was not an actual frame. It did have a piece in it that was displayed, just home decor. But I popped that out, and then I just changed these out monthly. But again, Country Cottage Needleworks, Cottages of the Month. This one was the November. So I've done everything. I just have the December, which I don't know, maybe have 5 stitches in. So I'm not even showing that today. But I'm getting there with that. And that one will be off my plate. So this one is what I started. It is the Stitching with the Housewives. I'm doing the Santa Wreath Swat 2. And I'm doing the Santa. I am not doing mine on black. I showed you in the maybe the prior Flosstube, I have a square display frame that I'm using. I did not stitch the H, M, and the E. I used from Hobby Lobby, I bought the letters in white. And so when I finish the wreath, what I intend to do is back them differently with some fabric that matches whatever season it is, and then mount the piece on a piece of foam core to fit and just change it out. So here is where I am. So I've got not half, but I'm getting there. My goal is to try to get this one and the December Country Cottage Needleworks December Cottage done this weekend. So let me put that together. The next one that I did was Stacy Nash, the Be Kind sampler. And this is for Shelly Fries of Antique Needleworker, her double nickel birthday sew along or stitch along. So I did get the called for was cocoa, but I ended up changing it, and I got a picture this plus piece of fabric, and It is a 36 count, and you would think I would know by now what it is, but I don't. I can't remember which one it was, but it is 36 count, so I got a little bit of a start on that. I started in the verse is 1/1. So, okay, why is it easy to stitch 1/1 when you don't intend to stitch 1/1? But when you do, you're like, why aren't you going in there? So I'd started it and ended up having to pull a little bit of that out. So I will get back to that and make some more progress on it. But 1/1 stitching, again, intentional 1/1 stitching is more difficult for me. So I was inspired by Brenda from Brenda and the Cereal Starter. She had shown that she wanted to start Teresa Kogut's Needle and Flax. I do not have the actual chart. I just have the cover sheet because I didn't print the main cover sheet out. I have the chart itself. I got this in her Patreon. I know it has been released, but I am a member of her Patreon, and this one was I think January, maybe. So I got a start on this, and this is using 16 count Aida. It's a hand-dyed Aida, and that's how much I've gotten. Now when I started stitching it, I realized the sheet wasn't showing up, so I was having to over here back stitch him. But that is my start. All right, the next thing I worked on, and I've got to pick it out, so you'll see my windows are going to be picked, the window itself. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what I did. I don't know if I think what I was looking at, you know how you start getting in a rhythm from the chart, and the bottom changed. It wasn't the same as the top. So they look a little fuzzy, but I have started pulling them out. I am doing When Flowers Blossom by Brenda Gervais. And I can't even tell you how many times that I started stitching and had to pull it out for this house. So, let me hold it better. When I had left off, I remember vividly stitching it. Well, I remember after I did it. Okay. I'm going to need to put my clips up there, I guess. I had left part of the thread dangling on the side of the house. It was actually over here. So when I picked it up, I saw it dangling, and you know how you hear that voice in your head that says you stop, look at it before you just start stitching. So what did I do? Rethreaded my needle and went on. Got all the way, got the all the way around, got all the roof put in, and was coming back across, and I thought something isn't right. Well, then it dawned on me. When I finished stitching and just let the thread dangle, I had missed a one thread up when I was stitching, and instead of pulling it out and letting the thread dangle, I just stopped and just tucked my needle in. So I need to do better. So that was a little bit of a pain. I felt like I've stitched that twice, but now these are wrong and I'm pulling the white out. but I'm slowly getting making some progress on this. Okay. I did have a new start, and I'm trying to see which way that it goes. This way. This is the Scarlet House, Charlotte Frost, 1846. Look how pretty that is. So I started this one, and I am using, I believe this is the called for, yes, it is 37 count corn tassel. I am using the called for DMC on it, and I have gotten the border done all the way around and the outline of the border, and I'm going back in with the inner border. This, I am excited about this one. I love this. I think this is going to be pretty. This is the one I told you all I debated on the reds. Instead of using the red NPI, I thought, well, I'll use the DMC, and I got the DMC, but I also ended up buying the NPI and got another NPI just to see when I get closer to where the house will be, which one I'll decide that I'll use. But I have that, and let me go ahead and put that back up so I know where it will be. So I have that one. And then the last thing that I worked on, and I apologize for the dangling thread. This is one I know that I've told you all I have a schedule to do, which is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. And I did not finish my October assignment, so I've got the October assignment comes over to this tree over. Y'all stitching that those strawberries, you feel like literally it's been 2.5 hours and I have a strawberry and a half done, or that's what it feels like. So I am plugging away. So I'm over here, so you'll see my thread just dangling. That's where I am. I'm almost to where the tree will be. Oops. And this is going to be stunning when it's completed. And I'll say, stitching on this fabric is, you know, I don't know if I've been telling you all the count of the fabric on When Flowers Blossom. I am doing the conversion that Lori Holt did. Her color conversion. I told you the Charlotte Frost I am doing. And this I am, with the Land That I Love, I am using called for colors. I am doing mine, I believe it is 36 count Barb's Brew that I'm using for this one. So, and that's all that I have worked on and started. Again, it doesn't feel like it's been very much after you start looking at what you've done. Again, we've been busy, we've been traveling a little bit, so hopefully I'll get back into it a little bit coming up. I know we've got Thanksgiving will be here and Christmas, so that will, once you get into the mode of having family in and parties and get-togethers, it'll limit it a little bit more. But I want to continue to work on land that I love, specifically get caught up to where I need to be for the October, and then work on my November assignment. I will continue working on Oh Joyous Day. I didn't do any more progress work on that, so I didn't show you that one. That's a Blackbird Designs. I want to get more work done on that. There is a Brenda Gervais Peppermint Pals that I am almost done. I need just to bite the bullet and get that one finished as well. And Charlotte Frost. I think that's where I'll spend most of my time, other than what I told you I would work on this weekend, the December Country Cottage Needleworks, and finish the Wreath Swap 2 for the Christmas one. So that's where I'm going to spend the majority of my time, but I am going to have one new start. I mentioned it to you all last Flosstube to say who wanted to stitch along with me on a Teresa Kogut. So the dwelling place. So I want to start that. I've never done a stitch along myself that I've started. I don't even have a hashtag. I don't know if I'm even going to do a hashtag. I just want to see if you all want to join in. I'd mentioned it and several of you said you did. So I'm going to start mine probably next week. And fittingly, just because Thanksgiving is coming up, that is just it just reminds you how thankful you are for your family, your place, your home, and what you've made of it. So it's fitting, I think, to go ahead and start this dwelling place, because we, if you're like a lot of people, you're either going to have family come in, or you're going to get to spend some time with family, hopefully, for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So I want to start this next week. So this will be one I'm starting. I have the called for DMC, and it calls for a few of the overdyes, and I am going to do mine on 36 count Confederate gray. So I think that's going to be really pretty. It calls for, I think, Legacy. 40 count Dunes at Dusk by LFA, Legacy Fiber Arts. So I'm going to do that. So if you want to join in with me, please do. I would love to see your progress. You can tag me also on Instagram. I'm Red Cross Stitcher on Instagram. And let's just share our progress on that. So that'll be fun. But that's all of my cross stitch that I wanted to go over and show with you today. So I'll move into some of the sewing and the quilting and show you a little bit about what I've done there. I am still working on Christmas pajamas, y'all. I do not have those done. I feel bad. My goal was to have them done last weekend, but I have going to run out of fabric. Don't know if I can get any more of the same one. So I think our youngest little Ellie, she's going to be in something different, and I am squeezing out the remainder of that for Sawyer and for Kaysen. So they may have all white sleeves, or I've got to try to make it work. So I'm still working on that. But I did show you this time before, maybe Flosstube 3, that I bought the kit for this cute little Santa pillow and I got him done. All that I need to do on the back, I've got clips. I've got to just put my Velcro. I will say it's Velcroed here. I'm not a Velcro fan of for pillows. I would either just prefer an envelope back or a zipper. But this was a kit, so I left it as is. But I am going to put him on my bench outside. I have a covered porch. So that's where he's going to go. They told you to do his eyes and his hair with a marker, fabric marker. I just chose to go ahead and do some long stitches and did French knots for his eyes. So I did that. And it also said to take some blush and put it on the cheek area. I have not done that yet. I'm a little nervous to do that, but I'll see if I'm going to. But it just to pinkish cheeks up a little bit. But I think he turned out cute. And that's will be the again, I'll add the Velcro. So I think he's cute. Very primitive, very rustic, I guess, more so. Okay, I told you I did the tutorial for a easy project bag. And this was one of the methods that I use to make project bags. My preferred method is using the binding around the outside, so your seams on the inside are nice and pretty. And because I'm a quilter, I enjoy the binding. That doesn't bother me. So I will be doing another tutorial to show you all how to do the binding. But this is the one that we made in the tutorial. Just some simple quilting, but I did the patchwork. Just quilted a 1/4 inch away from the seams. We did a little fabric pull for the zipper. And we also have the little tabs on the end of the zippers. So it's lined. I finished my seams with a serger, but told you could do a zigzag stitch or an overlock stitch, whatever you wanted to finish it on the inside. But this is the bag we made, so if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. And I look forward to doing more. Like I said, the next one we'll do is the one with the binding, so I can show you how to do the binding on it. So I enjoyed that very much and appreciate the feedback. So the other sewing item, one quilt, one sew, I did show this one before, but I wanted to have it up again just because I was talking about Christmas with the Christmas ornaments. This is a free pattern and tutorial by Fat Quarter Shop. It was their Evergreen Mystery Sew Along or Quilt Along. So go check that out. And Kimberly has actual videos for each block, how you do each block, and then piecing it together. So go check that out. That is a beautiful quilt, and I made mine with I want to say this was Bonnie and Camille fabric. I quilted it myself, free motion quilted it, and I did add in this green, and this green was not part of the, I think it was layer cake friendly. And just have a little striped binding and then the back. But that is darling. Okay, the last thing I'll show you is what is on Ada over here. I have, let me pull her up. She's so cute. This is, and I styled it with the jacket just so you could see. Let me move you down a little so you can see her a little better. It is a dress pattern by Ellie & Mac called Sunday Morning. I think that's right. Just a scoop neck. It is a fully lined dress for the bodice. This fabric is a, oh gosh, not scuba, like a maybe Liverpool. But it is just a cute dress. I believe this was what I wore for our Easter services last year. And it's just a beautiful dress. Again, the bodice is fully lined. And you can just add a little jacket over top of it and style your clothing like that. Let me turn her back around. So there she is. So you'll get to see her styled up. But this was a very quick sew as well. But go check out Ellie & Mac. They have several nice patterns that you can choose from, and very, very easy to follow instructions. And I think that's all that I have, with the exception, let me raise you back up. I was remiss in the last video. When I went to the Barefoot Needle Art retreat, Amy and Memory had given me a bag, a project bag, a zipper project bag as a giveaway, and I did not do that. So if you are interested in this, and for something that I'm going to be mailing, it's not like it's bulky, but let it be just for my subscribers who are living in the US for the bag. If it's a chart that is easier to mail internationally, I would be more than happy to do that. But go ahead and leave me a comment with barefoot, BAREFOOT, one word, in the comment, and I'll figure out how to do the random generator and pull from that. So I'd love to send you that on behalf of Barefoot Needle Art. Thank you, Amy and Memory, for that. So if you want this project bag that I made for the tutorial, go ahead and leave me a comment and say Christmas if you're interested in this one. Again, for U.S. residents, when I do a chart or something different, I'll include everyone, because I don't want to leave anybody out. I hate that. But if you're interested in that, leave me that comment. Also, just leave me a comment in general. I want to get to know you all. But if you are going to enter for this, please be at least 18 years of age or older, because I will have to ask for your address. And don't say all the things that you're not supposed to say. Just that you're interested, and leave me the comment, and be a subscriber. Please like my video. And for those of you who aren't subscribers, I hope that I've inspired you, all of you, even my subscribers. But if you're not subscribed, I hope I have inspired you that you want to subscribe. and like my video and share my channel. I do have more tutorials planned going forward, so be looking for that. I want to get the next one up hopefully in the next week or so. I'll get to post my next tutorial, but I enjoyed that and looking forward to spending some more time with you all. I appreciate again all your love, your support, your encouragement for my channel. It means so very much to me, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you for spending the time with me, and happy creating. I'll see you all later. Bye.